Well, I think, Sailor, I think you've almost got to sometimes break down those barriers first, right? Get people to empathize with one another, especially if teams are working in silos within an organization. You know, everyone's kind of working towards that common goal. Every organization has a
Yeah,
vision or a mission they're trying to achieve, but often you do have teams working in silos. And I think we talk about that. The business and IT are quite separate, and we talk about that barrier all the time, right? And I think it sounds like with some of the stuff you do with the project discovery offering, is kind of breaking down those barriers because you kind of need to do that before you can start going looking at what are the requirements or what does the design
yeah,
look like. Because people need to be on the same page, have a common
yeah,
understanding, empathize with one another. So it sounds super useful,
yeah.
right? Just to have that part
Yeah,
of
and
it.
I think also, because they engage someone external, I'm not like I don't know the politics, the internal politics. I'm not aware of the
Mm,
question I should not ask. And they know that, right? So I'm just asking the questions. Why why using this system? What's wrong? Well, maybe internally because, the whatever. I'm just speculating here, but maybe the IT team or one of the IT stakeholders build that system, he's a fan of it, and the business user knows that there might be some conversation that might not be discussed internally. Why, if I come completely fresh, I have no background, I don't know any politics, anything that happened, I can just ask openly all the questions, and then they will say their key challenges to me because I'm just the external person asking them. And I think it's
mm,
facilitating to be open about those real challenges that they face. And it's also about asking the right questions, right? So really drilling through, trying to really understand the real pain points and why. Why are you even doing
mm.
this? Why are you even, what's the purpose of using that other system if that's just for, I don't know, reporting purposes or whatever, right? So yeah, so that's also I think the hidden values that, having someone a bit external coming in and poking a bit through those difficult questions and asking a bit those, those challenging question at the end of the
Yeah.
day pays off.
Yeah, I think, being having someone external, right? You can you can ask these questions. You have no assumptions.
Yeah.
There's no bias, right? You don't have kind of these kind of preconceived ideas. And I think, you are in the call we had with IDOU this week. We were trying to, basically break down those, assumptions or break down the
Yeah.
norms and try to think outside the box. And as, when if everyone's internal to an organization, trying to solve a problem or do a project together, you do come along with all this kind of
Yeah.
baggage and bias, right? Because that's the way things have always done in an organization. Where if you get someone external in, like yourself, and you can look at it objectively with no assumptions, no background in the organization, it's a lot easier to, you say, ask those questions, get to the heart of the problem, and uncover those things. So, I don't know, I'm a big fan of, getting people from outside in, to kind of help, ask those tricky questions and just kind of break down some of those barriers.
Yeah.